Thursday, August 10th, 2023. This reading is timeless, coming at you whenever and wherever, however you need to hear it. This is a good things coming towards Scorpio reading. Spirit, what are the good things coming towards Scorpio right now? Ooh, okay. Apparently lots of good things coming towards Scorpio. I'm hearing firmness, like in your resolve, maybe in your muscles. Oh, peace. That's so wonderful. Two of Swords. Usually, like in the Rider-Waite, I always want to say that like backwards. The Two of Swords is a choice or being blind to something. In this deck, it's called peace. And I love that it's called peace because I feel like the Two of Swords and the Rider-Waite usually has somewhat of a negative connotation. Like, once you finally have the blindfold ripped away, it's like what you didn't see, right? But this is like you've chosen your perspective as one to bring peace to yourself and others. And the Chariot reversed, so stability. Okay, you're just kind of sticking in your own energy right now. Defeat, interesting. The Five of Swords. So these are the good things coming towards you. Yourself, death and adjustment. Adjustment was in our reading yesterday. And the Ace of Pentacles. Oop. That one wanted to come out. Victory. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, weird. For the left side, just do like a long. We'll do. Literally can't show either of these cards on YouTube, but we have a Princess of Wands. Yeah, so like basically you're learning how to summon your fire energy to like harness the feminine intuition. This is like, I think the Princess of Wands is the fiery part of air. So it's like that air wants to get that fire going. Whoo! And she has this scepter with like a sun in her left hand, and then like the tail of the tiger in the right hand. So you may be feeling super fiery. Under that is Lust, card 11. And it shows this woman who is riding like it's like a lion with a snake tail, and then the snake tail has like a cougar head or a cat head, and it has all these like faces of people and the three-headed dog Cerberus. It's like this crazy like four-legged beast, and she's reclined holding the cup of creation with all of these like snakes coming out of the top and like a sun rays. So you're fully in your like creative feminine power. Like the world is hands, and you're like you can create, and you can create from all of these like primordial energies. So you may be being called to like get into the like into your body, like your present moment awareness, but also just physically in your body. Like go on a walk, make sure you're eating well, like really tune in moment by moment with where your breathing is at. Remember to do some breathing exercises to like move that fiery energy through you, so it's not getting pent up and like held in as anger, but it's actually coming out as like creation, because you're in a super creative energy right now. And while that's bringing you peace, you're also like stable and not like going anywhere or moving very quickly anywhere. You're just kind of like in this hermit energy. Six of Wands here. So just fire, 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 stable, stable, stable. That's coming from a place of not having ulterior motives for what you do. Moment by moment, you're just kind of learning to like flow with your energy, put it towards what you need to put it towards. And then like maybe in the past you were this, but like maybe in the past you were feeling like everything you needed to do had to have a purpose to like placate or satisfy somebody outside of yourself or something outside of yourself. And like this Ace of Discs reverse, sorry, is telling me that you're really in like letting go of just needing to be anything but yourself. This hermit energy, he's got the lantern that holds like the spiritual light, the primordial light. The three-headed dog of Cerberus is like the hellhound, right? And then there's a snake with a primordial egg here. He shines the light of creation that like emanates the rays that light up the universe in this deck. It's a super cool card. Card 9, we had 9s that were significant yesterday. Death and adjustment came out again today. In your future, because this was in your past, and then this was in your present yesterday. So dragging you down. It might have something to do with these like retrogrades. Let's clarify this. Five of Swords. I do not want to use the tarot right now. I'm going to use more oracles. Ooh, I'm really liking this Dreams of Gaia. Okay, that one. Three of Wands. So yesterday we had a bunch of reverse fire energy. Today we have a bunch of upright, like, tamed fire energy. What I like about this Three of Wands is he's just, like, so happy. He's got his rucksack ready to go. There's this cool like crystal on the end of his wand, and he's got like his little tool belt, fanny pack, and he's just ready for a journey. He's got what he needs, and he hasn't really gone through like over these mountains yet, you know, or maybe he's just come out the other side, but he looks like a youth setting out on his adventure. I want to read the message on this card because I just really enjoy this deck. Three of Wands. Action, implementation, exploration, expression, energy, hard work, sacrifice, and limitation. Also, because action, energy, limitation, work are clarifying the Five of Swords here. Sorry, just a second. Here we go. Cool. Okay. Yes. The hilts of the swords form an inverted pentagram and are diverse, the blades broken and crooked, typifying intellect enfeebled by sentiment. So, what was dragging you down was this, like, you may be an empathetic person. This came up yesterday too. An empathetic person who knows the truth of a situation, and you don't want that to be the truth of the situation because, like, a hard pill to swallow. For you necessarily, I think it's just like you're finding out something about like the forces of like duality. Um, Clarify this with the tarot, just because. Why is the Five of Swords here? I think that like what I'm getting is that okay, you're an empathetic person. Three of Cups. Okay, Three of Cups, Three of Wands. Person who let your intellect basically be like you'll bend your mind and your intellect to think the best of somebody. And Two of Wands. Two of Wands, Three of Wands, Three of Cups. Don't want to see the world for what it is. Sometimes there's just like messed up things that happen in the world, and that might be like a little bit hard for you to accept, but you are accepting it. You are taking action. You've done the work that you needed to do, and you're moving like celebration about that once you basically accept that this mental defeat of like you can't save everyone, you can't love everybody, you can't please everyone. That's what I'm getting from this Five of Swords, clarified by the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands and the Three of Cups and the Four of Cups. Hoping for like there to be some magical solution to this acceptance of like a sort of like hard fact of reality that might have been a tough pill for you to swallow, but you are doing that and coming into your power. Dreams of Gaia deck, I think, to clarify the Death card here. I got like a really, really quiet energy all of a sudden, like super quiet. King of Fire reversed. In this deck represents the King of Wands. The King of Wands is like it's passionate. We've got this like lion-headed character with his third eye and like I think these cards are really cool. So it came out reversed to clarify death, which is you, Scorpio. You are the Death card, and we're gonna look at this one too. Speaks of the consequences of arrogance, aggressiveness, and an explosive temper. It symbolizes a leader who has forgotten that in order to lead, one must have followers, and if one treats them harshly, they will find someone else to follow. They will act to replace their king. When this card appears, remember to keep your temper in check. Think before you speak and act. If you are feeling challenged and close to losing your cool, then step back and give yourself time to calm down. Also, be sure to avoid bullying and intimidating people in order to get things accomplished. It will only serve to put people offside and sabotage any chance of success. Don't get caught up in glory that comes with success. Don't place yourself upon a pedestal and expect to be worshipped, for there will always be someone who is willing to push you from your precarious position. Um, Energy. Be looking for like more about this Ace of Discs reversed also on top of the Hermit. Like you're learning to I'm getting an image of with this Ace of Discs like centrifugal force. When you have something spinning in a sphere, like it's possible for like the center to stay centered, but when you have like an imbalance, it starts to like become an oval shape, or like it starts to wobble. And energy, and then these like two cups, arcana, major arcana, and then swords right in the middle, and then pentacles up here. So you may be putting out a lot of effort and not necessarily seeing like physical results manifesting from that, or you haven't in the past, and it may like trigger you. It may make you feel like losing your temper. If you're a Scorpio with a temper, you're getting the hang of how to manage that. Cut ties with previous versions of yourself, previous lifetimes, like past karma, and wave your like scythe with intention. Just remember to use it mercifully, for yourself and others. Like if you're for some reason I'm getting like judgment. If judgment towards yourself or others is something that you've been struggling with, you're going to be able to manage that with this self, embracing that this is a part of your personality. That if you didn't think that anger, or like extra passion or bullying was something you dealt with before, like you're going to accept that is potentially something I'm gonna have to keep an eye on, because I didn't even realize I was doing that. Maybe you're just like intense and you didn't realize how you were being people. And I think that's why this adjustment card is coming out here. Like you're getting a glimpse of yourself that is like didn't even know was there. Like we go from the Three of Cups, right? This exciting energy, the Three of Wands. This guy's like setting out, to the Four of Cups, where this person's sitting by a tree, like contemplating these three cups, and there's an option he doesn't even see. And to me, that looks like it's like a part of yourself that you didn't even see, and this is causing you to have to adjust your thoughts. I don't know who I'm reading for today, but this is my second reading, and Spirit seems to be specifically speaking to some Scorpios today. We have the Two of Pentacles from this deck here. This is really cool. She has this like bag of seeds, and her throat chakra is covered by a rose and some berries. So like, make sure you're eating well. She's got like the seeds here. Make sure that what you're planting in your life is coming from your heart space, your heart chakra. And the rose is the symbol of compassion. The eggs are the symbol of like the primordial egg. Spring here. So you're coming into balance in the physical realm. Mental adjustment. You're coming into balance mentally and it's bringing you into balance in your pentacles, in your earthly realm, which is allowing you to like plant more seeds in your life and like nurture them into further existence. Let's clarify this King of Fire reversed with death here. Why is the King of Fire reversed here with death? Ace of Wands reverse. Oh, okay, and the Ten of Swords. You may have like tried to put creations out that were sabotaged. You may have put out a creation that like wasn't interpreted the way you thought it was going to be, and like this literally like just it stabbed you in the back. So much like super fire energy, super fire, super overthinking the world here, and you've closed out that cycle. This like betrayal, this Ten of Swords. What is this Ten of Swords and Ace of Wands? I don't know what this is. Like there's something hiding. I don't know if it's you hiding from yourself. Something not wanting to be seen. Reversed. Like in the King of Cups. The King of Cups keeps coming out in your readings. Like this is somebody who like was not empathetic. Trying to like, yeah, undo your like ability to create. Swords and the Five of Cups, making you feel cast out, alone, blinded, stuck. Like, is this you? Let me see. Is this Scorpio or is this someone else? Oh shoot. Okay, King of Wands reverse. No, this is somebody else. That's so weird. King of Wands. King of Wands. You might have been dealing with a King of Wands. Somebody who was like a chameleon, I want to say. Like somebody who was pretending to be something that they weren't. Leo energy. Actions and energies towards the wrong thing. This is not Scorpio. Anyway, we'll move on from that. So you're done with all that. You're in peace. You're in stillness. You're in your hermit stuff. Your defeat is literally like still like having some difficulty with that. Like I'm just clarifying this over and over and over. I feel like there's just something I'm not seeing. Here we go. What is this? One maybe? A community undone? Like you left your community? Oh my gosh. The Tower. And it was like all the things, emotional, mental, like spiritual. You like cut away the past, and it was like a divine intervention, like words for some reason. Really weird energy. I think like the better that you get at like coming into your own energies and being stable with a Knight of Pentacles and again this like Two of Pentacles reversed, the more like you are using these energies, like this pile is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger to like build as building blocks for your like current space, your reality. That's like the whole purpose of death, right? That's like Scorpio is like the transmuter, the transformer, the one who goes through metamorphosis. So like everything that's been thrown at you spiritually, mentally, physically, like whatever, you've just built on it and built on it and built on it. And it's like that has created this energy of like defeating whatever was like fighting to keep you down. Woo. So you're moving into like balance. What is this? Adjustment. Five of Swords reversed. May have thought that they were victorious. This King of Wands person may have thought they were like going to have a victory, but this judgment is coming out like favor. So like have been, I don't know, something related to business or your ability to like move around, to like swim is being given to you. This Page of Wands is being of Cups. So like some message, some fiery message, somebody may have said something they regret saying, and like this is going in your favor. Cups is indicating that you're like message has brought to you some sort of like emotional fulfillment. First, this King of Fire is running out of options. Swords. Like listening to your intuition and stillness, holding your swords. I think just waiting to like waiting for something. I think that at this point is it's already like within you, and maybe that's what this adjustment is. You don't have to wait anymore. There was a card down here of action. Yeah, you can take action. This like defeat has already occurred. The messages have already come in. There's no more options coming from that King of Wands, the Fool reverse. Yeah, you've already started your journey. Okay, interesting. Fool reversed. Advice about this reading, because I feel like it was... I'm going to read this card out loud, and then we'll pull an advice card. Because I almost feel more confused than I did before the reading began, which isn't why we do tarot, right? We want to just at least get a little bit of guidance. Flexibility, adaptability, balance, harmony, compromise, confidence, balancing work and play, balancing responsibility and personal needs, be open to compromise, be confident but grounded, realistic goals and expectations, take stock and prioritize, forgive your limitations and ask for help. I'm glad that we read that, because this is, yeah, pretty clear. Like you, fiery King of Fire energy before, and exhausted from not asking for help, from not being able to admit your limitations, and like now you're able to see yourself clearly and to do that. And again, this King of Wands is so this person may have been putting expectations on you that were unrealistic, and you like may have internalized those, And this Five of Swords is like defeating that, basically internalized like oppression, and learning how to have like better judgment in your mind about your capabilities and limitations and your expectations of yourself. Keep in mind, you know, like you don't need to have all of these crazy steps and building blocks to do something good for yourself, right? But this is what you've been through. Like this is like a little mess of like just a piece of what you've been through. So you're extremely capable, and maybe than you thought, and having to like tame this fiery energy a little bit to stay balanced. But yeah, that feeling of like self-acceptance is coming over me in like a really beautiful, graceful way right now at the end of this reading. And I think it's telling that like I wasn't able to see that energy of like like you've internalized somebody else's expectations of yourself, or like what you think you're supposed to do, and you don't have to do that anymore. Like you're solid. Okay, advice for Scorpio, and then we will close out this reading. Be gentle with yourselves, beautiful Scorpios. I feel like a tough exterior energy, like maybe you've just regrown your molted exoskeleton. Maybe you've just come back out of your cave and your exoskeleton is at its finest. But it doesn't mean you have to be totally invulnerable. We're going to pull from the inner child cards for advice for this reading, just to soften up the energy here. Scorpio. Spirit advice for Scorpio, please, for this reading for today. Four of Wands. Ooh, I love this. Okay. This card is the Gentle Gardener card. Get outside, work with others, plant your seeds, be in nature, give love and attention to the things that you want to grow in your life. Picture your life in your mind, in your heart, in your emotional space, in your spiritual space, like a garden, and what you give attention to is what grows there. So one thing I like to do is, like, if my mind is sort of cloudy or I'm dealing with some weird energies, I'll go pull weeds, and I'll just picture those energies like weeds and just pull them out. Give more room and nutrients in your garden to the things that like you want to grow and be there. Also, the weeds a lot of the time can have like medicinal properties that we're not always like aware of. So if you're into herbalism or anything like gardening like that, the weeds after you've pulled them, or if you're pulling them with mindfulness, can actually be used for medicine a lot of the times, like dandelions. Let's read this card and then we'll close it out. Four of Wands. Mysteries of creation is the life force contained within a seed. When planting a garden, we prepare the soil much like we would create a cozy bed for a child. We cover the seed with rich soil in order to allow it a period of gestation. Soon it blossoms into a triumphant plant, bursting forth above the ground and reaching upward towards the sky. The metaphor of the seed is applicable to every aspect of our lives: the seed of knowledge, the seed of truth, the germination of consciousness. This card depicts the planting of new wisdom and the reconstruction of an intuitive foundation. The garden has four corners representing the four seasons and the four cardinal directions. In ancient Greece, the symbols of the seasons were four women. Summer was adorned with a crown of grain, autumn wore a basket of fruit, spring wore a wreath of flowers, winter was bareheaded. The fairies pictured in this card represent springtime, when new planting takes place, and a new season of sun and sprouting awaits. In your life, new ideas are seeding themselves. Prepare your life for the fruits that you will bear. Plant your creativity. Watch it grow. So one thing that stood out to me about this card was the mention of reconstructing an intuitive foundation. That whole Five of Swords pile of like nonsense with the Tower indicates to me like your traumas have been addressed, and you can recognize them in yourself when they're surfacing, and you now have the tools to, like, instead of letting your traumas inform your actions or your unconscious, like what's that quote by Carl Jung, unless you've like faced your unconscious, you're always a slave to its like influence or that's not the quote, but it's the idea of it. You have done like the shadow work. You've gone through the shadow work. You've done the hard work to become yourself again after dealing with like traumas, and you're able to plant a new intuitive foundation so that you don't have to fear yourself or fear the things you're running away from or fear the things that have happened to you anymore. Like, you're allowed now to move into, that's your adjustment that was here, a new, entirely new, like, karmic system, new reality. Like, those pains are behind you. It's okay. You can take a big, deep breath, Scorpio. That was a really big release. And you have all the time you need. All that stillness that was here, that peace, that Two of Swords, the Hermit, the Chariot reverse. Like, you have time. Give you. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you so much. I love you all. I hope this was helpful to someone. My readings. I have personal readings open on my Etsy. I'll link them in the description box. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Have a lovely, lovely Thursday. Okay, love you all. Light, love, bye.